Atin ang pangarap. Atin ang pagsisikap. Atin ang mundo. Globe.
And welcome back everyone to the third season of the University Alliance Cup. Sabi ko sa inyo, short break lang. And again, I'm back here with Deadeye. I'm Dash and I'm here with Deadeye. We're going to be shoutcasters for today. How are you doing today? We have been casting a lot of games right now. Deadeye, how are you doing?
I'm really impressed by the team's performances so far, and looking forward for the next one because of course hindi naman magiging bias. I really know of course USA Sage Tempest as well, but however with their current standings right now, they are up to again another giant team that is going to be a UST. But let's see what's going to happen.
Okay, again, Deadeye, it's USA versus UST. Kumbaga, they're the ones at the top right now. UST are ones at the top. Kanina, it was How, the ones at the top. And they're the ones who are giving that last blow sa mga teams na to. Kanina, it was them. How Valiant Esports gave the 0-3 to Fate Bravehearts. And maybe, if ever USA won't be able to answer back, again, UST is gonna be giving the 0-3 to Sage Tempest. I wish Sage Tempest would be able to answer back here.
Yeah. I'm also somehow familiar with this team as well. I have seen them scrims, but I do believe this is a new team roster in the Sage in the University of San Agustin Sage Tempest. No, a big shout out to you guys. Of course, hopefully you still know me. But anyway, here comes the start of our drafts right now. New roster indeed. So it's gonna be somehow a battle for. I think this is battle for the support. 17 has been showing a lot of great performances so far. Same thing as Yan here on the other side.
Yeah, and again, this is it again for the side of Sage, that they're banning the Lee Sin. They don't want them taking that Lee Sin. It's really hard to deal with. And see, UST's Lee Sin is very, very aggressive. So that's why they don't want to deal with it. And maybe wala sa comfort picks ng USA Sage Tempest yung makakalaban ng Lee Sin.
All right, so they don't want this one. So far on the other side, still the Camille. So I think 100% being banned champion right now in our days right now, and not only the Camille, we have seen as well this Listen pick the Ziggs as well. So they don't want this somehow great burst or early game aggressions between these two teams. So far right now, what do you think? Of course, the comfort picks aside from the Listen here, the side of Teletigers.
Who they're banning there's the bans here are puro targeted dun sa comfort picks side ng Teletigers, and the other ones is puro sa comfort picks rin ng Sage Tempest. They banned the Braum. They banned the Braum because 17 has been using this Braum for 2 games now. So on the other side naman, they banned the Ziggs kasi it's been used by Teletigers' mid lane Lazuli then. Kaya really good. They've been doing this research here.
Yeah. Importante talaga, man. Of course, the research, of course, the preparation is really, really important. And for me, that is already the 50%, of course, in the game. So execution is the key. But of course, so we are going to expect, of course, syempre, another champion here for 17. So I'm very curious kung anong composition naman dito ng side ng Sage Tempest. So again, there you go. The Galio once again. Still, it is going to be the prio pick talaga, the teams in this day 3.
Yeah, people in the Alliance really likes using the Galio. They really like being safe when it comes to getting those fights. They like engages. I can see that. But again, they also like the Hero's Entrance, which helps on putting those engage compositions that they can have. But the Jarvan here is open. But remember, on Sage's side, they can still have the Nunu.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, tingnan natin. But so far, of course, the Galio still it's gonna be a flex as well. Can go for the mid or the support. Jarvan has been used here. I think I think this Nuno is not great valuable against the Jarvan for me because of that kata. I know it can disrupt, of course, the snowball. But meanwhile, speaking of which, okay, the counter global presence here that is gonna be a Pantheon pick for the side of Tele Tiger. So all right, this is
Ooh.
gonna be an action-packed game indeed. We're going to expect a dash.
This is very interesting to see. Pantheon has been used by Sage Tempest before in their mid lane, and I think UST
Oh.
Tele Tigers are flexing their muscles here. Yeah, we're gonna be using it in against you guys. So that is
Mm-hmm.
basically it. Ezreal getting picked up. We haven't seen much of the Ezreal, but we know mid game Ezreal is really hard to deal with. The damage is just so much
Yeah.
that even most of the ADCs can't even answer back.
Yeah, especially if the true shot barrage really hits its spot. So I think that is also going to be a great initiation as well for the side of Sage Tempest. Again, another Fiora pick here on the Baron lane for sure. So Rakan pick here for the side
Oh.
of Tele Tigers. All right. So team fight heavy here. Composition for the side of UST.
Yeah, USD Teletigers have been picking a lot of Nami, but with this now they're gonna go for Rakan, a change of face for this. You know what they're going for here. They want to go full engage with their
Yeah,
composition right now, especially the top lane. Mamaya, if ever they're gonna be picking their top lane, most likely an engaged champion then, maybe a Renekton because it's still up, or maybe something like a Riven is still up on both of our teams.
Oh, that's true. Riven, there you go. Renekton has been banned right now. Still, it is going to be the prior bans here for both teams here. That is going to be the Baron. And of course, ADC-wise, wala pa naman of course dito yung side ng Tally Tigers. So
Mhm.
far, of course, open. You have a great setup right now coming in from this Jarvan 4. So Ziggs has been banned. You need, of course, an ADC here can go to the back, who has a greater range rather to go for that follow up. Because when we're speaking of follow up, so many kits here for the side of Pale Tigers. You have a Grand Entrance, you have also the ultimate coming in from the Pantheon as well. So the burst wise, though, they still lacking in this side of USC Tele Tigers.
Yeah, Teletigers is not even afraid of they're afraid of the shins out. They're not afraid of the Nunu pick that could potentially come out for the side of Sage. So if ever they're gonna be going for that, it's gonna be very interesting for the side of Teletigers because if ever they go for an engage, the absolute zero is something that they need to be afraid of, and even couple that with the hero's entrance pa. So Teletigers, okay, they're really, really confident on what they can bring out.
Oh, this is going to be very exciting, Dash. But so far, right now, I'm really curious for what is going to be the next champion pick here for the side of Tele Tigers here. Again, Sage Tempest has 2 losses already, and this is somehow a pressure game. They are the underdogs here. UST is one of the best teams so far here in our event. So far, Oriana. Man,
Oh,
so many
what?
CCs, so many team
What?
fight capabilities. A great setup coming in from Kata. Look at this one. The ideal is one. Great setup for the Kata. Follow up here with a Shockwave as well. Oh my, this is gonna be a perfect display of fireworks later on. But meanwhile, Ramos, really? What do you think about this one? Dash, a Ramos pick.
I'm not really sure about this Ramos.
Wow.
Honestly, a Ramos against a Jarvan, but if that was against a Shinzao or something else, that could be good. But against a Jarvan throws everything. He throws the flag and drag, he throws the cataclysm, then basically Jarvan doesn't do anything anymore. And Ramos wants to take the targets down that are auto-attacking, right? But Jarvan doesn't really auto-attack that much, so this is gonna be hard for USA Sage Tempest when it comes to their draft.
Yeah, and of course you have a Galio. Galio needs also the follow up or the other way around. So Ramos jungler role for sure. I think the victory conditions here, or the strategy coming in from side of Siege Tempest is to be very aggressive
Ooh.
in the early stage of the game. However, I think I don't know if this is enough. Yeah, you have a true shot barrage to follow up the damage as well in the back lines. All right, Sage Tempest. Let's see if this composition works. But there you go. You need this one follow up. Then the back lines coming inside of UST. The virus last pick. To be honest, the dash, the team composition here for the side of UST Tele Tigers for me is just a complete monster when it comes to a
Yeah.
5v5 brawl here.
Yeah, most likely what Tele Tigers would want for this fight is basically end the game early. we have a lot of AoEs. We have a lot to work with.
Yeah.
If we win the early game, we basically win the game. So if Sage Tempest won't be able to answer back the aggression that is going to come out from this this is so well rounded for UST. It's hard to
Yeah.
deal against it. So Sage Tempest, they need to climb a mountain in order for them to win against UST.
Mountain, that is indeed a big word, Dash. But so far, I do agree with you. But I'm really curious if the execution coming in from the side of Sage Tempest with Ramos and then True Shot Barrage combo and Hero's entrance will be enough for this one in the early stage of game against this UST Tele Tigers lineup.
Yeah.
I do love this lineup, man. To be honest, with this Jarvan and Oriana and also Varus here, and especially if they want to pick off, of course, the Varus and the backlines, you still have a defensive line here. That is going to be the Rakan, of course, supporting this
Yeah.
ADC on the side of Tele Tigers.
There's a lot of line to really pass through here for Sage Tempest. Yes, their composition has a big combination of CC, has a big combination of safety. But would that be enough? They have the Fiora, yes. But against... Oh, this is interesting, yeah? Because Jarvan would not go in the jungle. Jarvan would be going to the top lane. So against the
All
Fiora,
right.
Jarvan is going to be okay right there. Especially, they know that Pantheon isn't going to be as effective as he is on against a Fiora. So this just puts another layer to it for USD Tele Tigers. They just adapted against the Sage Tempest lineup, and Rain needs to be careful here.
And here we go. This is going to be the start of our 7th series here sa ating third week of University Alliance Cup. It is going to be, of course, UST Tele Tigers versus USA Sage Tempest. But so far, Dash, look at this one. Early aggression invasion here coming inside of Sage Tempest to top lane. I think they will be successful taking down the red buff.
Yeah, good plays coming in from Sage Tempest that they really pulled the trigger on this Rammus for them to take the advantage. And well, you know, you don't want to give the disadvantage early on to them, but look at that, the taunt has already came in, and another taunt also! Kaiser, they used a lot of flashes there, so I think Kaiser had the upper hand.
Yeah, that's true. With 3 players committed there on the top, without play with the flash as well, coming in from the side of the Jarvan. Kaiser, nice map awareness. Meanwhile, of course, this team composition, again, for the side of Sage Tempest, we have to look out for Giuseppe here on his Ramos. And really, really expecting a lot of heavy aggression here from the side of USA Sage Tempest in order for them to gain ground. And as you can see in the mid, it is going to be, of course, a Seraphine against the Oriana. Classic matchup here in the mid. But meanwhile, rotations coming in from the side of the Pantheon of the bot, and an action here on top as well.
Yeah, the playstyle here of USA Sage Tempest is a happy Fiora, happy game. So they want to let the Fiora lane have an easier time. So if ever Marsha would be able to come out, Kaiser would have a hard time in the lane. So they're going to be forcing the clashes most likely. So they want to at least give the advantage to Sage Tempest side with Marsha on the driver's seat.
Yep, that's true. And UST right now, for me, I think they have to be patient here.
No.
Their team composition here will be online.
Top
Look at
lane
this one.
already. Yeah, top lane already, and there comes Marshall. Lazuli is already here to help them out. Marshall needs to be careful right here. He does have the flash in the barrier still, but there comes the stun. The barrier, would that be enough? The damage came through. First blood for Cookies on 1 HP.
Gigil! Man, that was just a sliver of health. And unfortunately, of course, for Sage Tempest, they cannot get the trade. And yeah, Tele Tigers here, just dictating the early stage of the game. But look at this one. Look at the replay. Nice rotations coming in from the side of the Oriana on point. And sinabi mo nga, they want to feed, of course, this Fiora. But alam dito ng UST Tele Tigers, they want the kind of situation to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yung gusto nilang situation, they don't want that to happen. That's why they're shutting down Marsha in every way that they can. Look at this, the grand entrance onto the backline already. Shoti is level 5. He has the Chain of Corruption to work with if ever he want to go and engage. But that's too much for Yanni. He's now burned the flash. He's now low in HP. Now he's going to be forced to back away for sure here.
Oh, no, damage of the Tusha Barrage.
Oh, look at that. The Chain of Corruption came in, the damage, and also the heal from the team here. Yanni super low in HP, and here comes the party. Here comes the Pantheon doing some damage, and Cookies is super low in HP. Rain is going to fall down. Shorty is going to be the next target. Giuseppe would flash in, but he's going to be falling down. That's the punishment from the members of Tiger. Giuseppe, but there you go. The Encore was able to hit, and at least they were able to take a 2-for-2 in their favor.
Wow, that was a crazy team fight in the early stage of game dash. And look at this one. I really thought that was completely disengaged, but they are going to force it now. It is going to be Sage Tempest here having the kill on that Israel there. That is indeed a big kill. However, of course, same thing coming in from the side of Tell Tigers. Both ADC being knocked out. A nice response for the mid Seraphine here. That is going to be seeing having that trade for the 2 versus 2.
Yeah, a big fiesta from what we've seen
Yeah,
there.
fiesta.
I didn't expect it to be that it's very spread out. The fight was very spread out. I thought they're gonna be looking at one target each, but now Zuli, oh no, he needs to be careful here because they don't have a ward onto this map. Cookies, oh no, he might fall down if ever the shield of Duran is gonna come in, but at least he was able to get that out with the Oracle Lens. Yanni is gonna be the target, and this is gonna be the damage. What hold coming in from their team, and look at that, the backline has been taken down. Hero's entrance, the pushback, 3 members down, and that's gonna be the members of Tiger gonna go down one by one, but Kaiser was at least able to take down 1, and 3 members have fallen already.
What the play! USA Sage Tempest with the pursing formation. Of course, insert movement rather. However, this is going to be a contest.
Oh, Shoti gonna be the target again, but I think he shouldn't be contesting this. But the Fantheon is gonna come in too late to the party, and he's now gonna fall down for sure. He's gonna get the brink of the range of the members, but no, the piercing arrow. If that hit, that could have been it. But Marsha is gonna be the next target. They're gonna go in. I think Tiger is thirsty for a revenge match here, so they're gonna be backing away. At least Sage Tempest was able to put the band-aid solution.
Man, during the draft dash, we have, of course, expected that this is going to be a war, and indeed it is.
Yeah.
Grabe yung action, but look at this one.
was that?
Great and core. Nice, of course, stun there on the back lines, but meanwhile, the counter-attack coming in from the side of Sage Tempest is just perfect. The pincer movement of their formation is just very sweet in that engagement. That really cost the Tigers. This is going to team fight in the mid.
Yeah, Lazuli is going to come in. The Encore would be able to hit on Cookies, but we all know Cookies is going to be surviving that. They have the Rift Herald coming in, so most likely the next fight is going to come in here. Lazuli is going to be the next target here for sure. If ever the members of Sage Tempest would want to engage, Giuseppe is going to come in. Kaiser is going to be the target. The target comes in, and there's the damage from the Shockwave, and Chain of Corruption would also come through. The last 2 members standing, 3 people are looking at you. Marsha is going to be falling down. It's going to be the grand challenge. Not enough damage, and that's going to be an ace for UST Tele Tigers.
The counter! Look at this one again! That was a great shockwave coming in! Man, from the side there.
Lazuli,
Tigers,
yeah.
that was insane. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. And the quickness is just on point. Sustainability is there as well from the side of Tell Tigers. That was just a pure outplay we've seen so far, Dash. And UST Tele Tigers will really, of course, take advantage of that result. Having, of course, that Rift Herald buff as well. Man, oh man, Sage Tempest should be very careful with their team fights.
Yeah, as you said, man, that was so good from UST Tele Tigers. Lazuli was hiding onto that bush, and when the fight came in, the Shockwave, nobody was expecting Lazuli to still come in because he's super low in HP, right? And they don't have vision on that bush, and that just snowballed in the favor of UST Tele Tigers. They got the Rift Herald in the end, but again, Sage Tempest still sitting on a very good gold. 2k gold lead is not that much, easy to chase for the members right here, so I think Sage Tempest would just try to slow it down.
Yeah, that's true. So this time around, again, Sage Tempest should be very careful in choosing their team fights here because the momentum is now building up on the side of UST Tele Tigers. And when it comes to a team fight as well, a great outplay we've seen so far for the Shockwave and the quickness and grand entry setup. But meanwhile, there's some action here going on the top. There's going to be somehow a ping as well in the mid. Oh, there's going to be a team fight.
Okay, there's the damage. 17 forced to flash away. Now they know you don't have a flash. We're going to be going for another engage for sure. They have the grand entrance, remember, and this Rift Herald would try to take this down for sure. Here comes the 2-shot barrage, not going to be hitting anyone, and that's going to be it. Basically, mission complete for UST Tele Tigers.
That's true. Great transition here for the side of Tele Tigers, taking down the outer turret in the middle lane. Now transition here in the top lane. This is what you want.
What is this
The
rotation?
efficiency. Yeah, efficiency is the key really coming in from the side of Tele Tigers here. Now reactive on the side here
Marsha.
of Sage Tempest. Oh, cutting off. This is going to be a team fight once again, Dash.
Okay, they need to be careful here because Giuseppe is going to come in. They have been divided already. The hero's entrance is going to go through, but I think Kaiser is going to get the break of the rage right here. Kaiser is going to fall down. He has the GA. Remember, there comes it. Here comes the chain of corruption. This is not the fight that you want to go for. UST is just decimating almost everyone. Marsha is trying his best to get something, but Raid is going to fall down for sure. They don't have Sing during that time, and that's why Teletigers pulled the trigger.
Not only that, the chain cease is just insane for the side of Teletigers, man. Again, that was also a nice heroic entrance we've seen coming in from the side of 17, but then again mitigated by the shockwave from Lazuli, and then Chain of Corruption caught them out of nowhere there, and that's just a clean up party that then coming in from the side of Teletigers. This is just insane performance coming in from UST.
Yeah, UST very good on this team place, and we're really expecting a lot from them. They have been showing to be one of the best teams on their group, and yeah, pinapakita nila dito. They're proving it to us.
Now, right now, of course, that is going to be a Mountain Dragon once again. No contest coming in beside the Sage Tempest. Oh man, it is going to be somehow difficult situation right now for the side of Sage Tempest here. We can see, of course, the damage coming in from two-shot barrage. However, with their team composition, meron naman silang, of course, initiation dito. They have to rely for that heroic entrance if they want to go for the pick of place here. However, no follow-up yet coming in. We have seen so far for Sage, but this is somehow a pick of play in the bottom.
Yeah, I think Sage, Teletigers is trying to stabilize this gold lead that they have. Ayaw na nila mag-take ng susunod na fights because they know that if ever they give something to Sage Tempest, maybe they might be able to get their groove back. They want the Sage Tempest to be always at their toes because that's the way the Teletigers plays. Honestly, with this, I'm really impressed on what they're showing right now.
100%, I do agree with you, Dash. But so far, again, we are going to talk about this Rammus pick. Rammus pick so far for me is somehow the specific gameplay here. Of course, he needs to go around the map here, go for the pick of play, and that is why they have the Galio here for the follow-up. However, time and time again, the counter plays coming in from Teletigers, man, this is just insane. Then again, look at the contest. It is going to be Sage Tempest backing waiting for a formation. I think there's going to be a team fight once again brewing in.
Okay, Giuseppe's gonna go in. Hero's entrance gonna come through, but again, the backline has already been taken. Sting is gonna fall down. That is gonna be it for the teams here. This is looking good for Lazuli. He still doesn't have the shockwave, but again, at least the members of Stage Tempest are showing signs of life. The backline, Marsha trying to get some kills, but he wasn't able to get anything. Now the target's 17. He's the last one standing. The Justice Punch is gonna get targeted, and I think this must be it. Cookies is just gonna back away. He knows they won the fight anyway.
Ah, that is the dagger dash. I don't know what just happened. Look at the formation coming in inside the Sage Tempest here. The heroic entrance did not hit, and now they're scattered everywhere here. Flanker formation and free skill on the backlines coming inside of Teletigers here. Oh, this is just a disaster here. Sage Tempest they must be solid when it comes to the team fights. If that formation will happen again, it's going to be difficult for them to go for that brawl.
Yeah, honestly, Deadeye, I was expecting them to jump on the backline because you know if Ramos and the Hero's entrance is down, UST can go for the backline. They went in for Seraphine so fast that Seraphine even wasn't able to push out the Encore during that fight. So yeah, that is basically their play style here. They want to push the backline, but at least wala na talagang damage na mapagkukunan yung Sage Tempest. So far, no, we haven't been seeing a lot of damage coming through for Sage Tempest. UST has a lot to go for.
Yeah. And not only that, the map control truly in favor here of the side of Teletigers. No turret has been destroyed in their side. And now the map is now slowly shrinking down against the side of Sage Tempest here.
Yep.
Rammus pick. Man, again, during the drafts, we have doubted, of course, this champion. So the specific gameplay, we haven't seen this one somehow very effective against Teletigers, and Teletigers again.
Oh no, they're even going for the Rammus. They don't even care if that's a tank. They're gonna go for it, but I think Sting is gonna fall down anyway. So Giuseppe was just there to stand, and Sting falls down again and again.
Man.
Over the top lane. Okay, a 1v1. Look at this. I think Kaiser would be able to take this fight with the Pantheon with the ultimate. Wow, the confidence from Tiger. They really wanted to go for it.
Yeah, that's true. And now they are going to react here, decide to Sage Tempest to defend on the top lane. And we have seen seen in that engagement, but hold on, there's going to be again another team fight, Dash.
Yeah, Hero's entrance has been used. That is going to be on the notes right now of UST Teletigers. No Hero's entrance, yes. We're going to push for more. We have the Rip Herald here, and I will take your towers. So Teletigers They know how to play against the mistakes of USA Sage Tempest. Now he's gonna go in. Cookies, Chain of Corruption was able to hit in the backline. The Shockwave was too much to deal with the backline. The Encore of the 4 members. Maybe this is it. Sage Tempest is looking for a win. Teletigers is just going through all of them one by one. They're gonna fall down, and Sing would be next, but at least that showed signs of life for Sage Tempest.
Gosh, that was a pretty great encore play for the side of Sage Tempest, and that is what. However, in this moment in time, itemizations are up. The what you call this one, the difference between the sustainability between this team composition is there already. But if fair lang yung laro dito, I mean that worth the itemization, that was Sage Tempest's game. However, this moment in time, they must execute it properly like the one. Follow up with that hero's entrance, but this time around it's very difficult to pull off. Man, malaki na yung lamangan dito ng Teletigers talaga.
Yeah. Honestly, Cookies is so low-key. Pero even though that he's super low-key, he's dealing so much pressure on the side of Sage Tempest. Because look at that, he's 10-3 and 10. He has a lot, but I think Sing is gonna fall down right there. That is super anticlimactic. UST was able to take him down really fast.
And you have mentioned this one, very confident, and they are. Man, the Grand Starfall is just everywhere. Again, another play.
Again, Giuseppe is going to be the target, and here comes the charm, the support, and the mid laner, Lazuli, even used the Shockwave right there. They're that confident. They didn't even have the Baron, but I think they're going to go for more pushes. They're just choking out slowly the members of Sage Tempest.
Yeah. They don't even want to prioritize, of course, the Baron. But meanwhile, here again, the action, nope. There's going to just put some pressure here against the side of Sage Tempest. They need a Baron, man. Even though they're just in a big lead.
Johnny has been taunted. This might be the chance for them to go in. They're targeting Shoti, but no, they weren't able to get the win anyway. There comes the Justice Punch, not gonna be able to hit anyone, but Yane still survives. Giuseppe is gonna fall down. The Shockwave was able to hit on him. The Anchor would hit on 3, but maybe Rain would try something here. Marsha gets a double kill. This might be it. This is them trying to change the face of the game. They're trying to go in. Cookies is still really fast. They have the ultimate though. Here comes the party, and here comes Cookies. Marsha is gonna be the target, but I think Teletigers is gonna back away.
Wow! Look at this one. That was an incredible pick of play coming from side of Sage Tempest. I do love their composure here, Dash. Even though, of course, they are on a big deficit, but look at this one. Nice pick of play. Heroic entrance did not connect, but then again, look at the tackiness there. Unconnected. And free hit here on the backlines coming inside of Rain. And this is what you want. This is your ideal team fight. And core hits on the backlines as well. Man, if this continues, Teletigers should be wary.
Yeah, the Encore hits, every time that it hits, it's just really hard. It's not always rainbows and unicorns for UST because they need to be careful on this AoEs that Sage Tempests are pulling out. So right now, with Teletigers on the driver's seat, they're ones at the helm. They don't want to give this advantage because look at that, almost all of them have 12k plus gold. So it's basically hard to chase this down. They need a miracle on the side of Sage Tempest. What was that? If
Man,
that hit numbers, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. However, of course, they have a ward there. They just fended off. Of course, the Death Brush coming inside the Teletigers. But then again, I think this is going to be somehow contest here in the Baron buff.
Yeah, they're calling the Baron. The quickness has been used already. The Cataclysm onto 3. That's very big. This might be it. Here comes the Pantheon. The man drop onto the back line. They're not going to be doing some damage onto him. The Hero's Entrance to save his teammates. But there's a lot of pressure being given right now by this Pantheon. Cookies is just on their faces off the back line. And UST Teletigers are so solid. Yanni's the only one who fell down. But would Rain be able to make something here? Rain is going to be the next target. He's going to fall down. And that's an ace. Teletigers are wrapping this up.
Man, you want some cookies? You want some cookies? Oh my goodness, look at that one. Cookies against the world, man. That was it.
There you go.
That was Incredible game indeed. LA Tigers still dominating in this game, man.
Yeah, the
Gotta stop.
celebration from Tele Tigers, you saw that, right? That's a good victory, and
Yeah.
they just tasted it right now. Again, Tele Tigers, we all know, we kind of expected that they're one of the strongest teams. They're going to be showing that against USA Sage Tempest. That is a big, big statement to all of the teams
Uh-huh.
out there that still is fighting against them on this group. Again, everyone, that was Group B, and this was, honestly, man, that was a really good fight. What do you think about it?
And look at this one. The Grand Starfall alone coming in from Cookies, just zoning away the back lines here for the side of Sage Tempest. This is
Yeah.
just too much already. They cannot pull off their epic combo one over the side of Sage Tempest detail. But this part. This is just one of the key highlights coming in side of Sage Tempest. That pick of
Yeah.
play with Ramos there on forward. And this is the ideal formation you want for the side of Sage Tempest. Free hits on the back lines coming in from the side of the Israel. However, here too much pressure already. Dash we have seen so far for the side of Tele Tigers, just owning the Rift Herald, of course, and the objectives and the turret takedowns. Man, Sage Tempest really finding a hard time here.
Yeah, if ever, what do you think, Deadeye? If ever that was a Kaisa on the side of Sage
Oh.
Tempest, do you think they might be able to pull the damage? Because on that game, I think they're losing on the damage department because if Az is behind, he's not gonna be dealing a lot.
Yeah, that's true. No, and of course, one thing, Dash to follow up that one. I think the game here, the only signs of life I'm seeing here, one if that encore really hits against the side of
Yeah,
Tele Tigers and the follow up there, but we haven't seen so far
yeah.
that heavy damage that you are seeing is saying, of course, Dash.
Yeah, also, yun nga, I would like to point that out that Sage Tempest was always hitting all those CCs. The Seraphine
Uh-huh.
Encore, the Seraphine E, even yung hold niya, tumatama
Uh-huh.
lagi. But nobody was there to follow that up. That must be
Mhm.
because the Ramos doesn't really follow up that much. Yes, there's the Hero's Entrance, pero it's mabagal siya. Mabagal siya
Uh-huh.
compared to other options that they can have. If that was a Nunu, if that was a Jarvan, if ever they picked the Jarvan, if that was it, that could have been easier for Sage Tempest.
Yeah, totally agree. Ito yung sinasabi natin during draft. I really doubted, of course, that Ramos because specific gameplay you should implement in this champion. No? So we haven't seen that one so far. Yeah, we have seen, of course, early invasion there for the side of Sage Tempest, but they are not being consistent in that run against the Tele Tigers, and they were being outplayed. If ever they are going to initiate that one, yes, the encore hits, of course, with the
Yeah.
follow up with the back lines, but then again, so many counter plays we've seen there for the side of Tele Tigers. The shockwaves, man. The shockwaves, the Grand Starfall zone coming in from Cookies. And then they just scattered. The formation there of Sage Tempest was just destroyed by the simple Grand Starfall coming in from
Yeah.
Cookies. And basically, that was it.
Yeah, honestly, sobrang low-key ni Cookies during that game. He's always, you won't really see a flashy Pantheon, but
Yeah.
Cookies
Oh,
made
yeah.
Pantheon super flashy during that
Mhm.
game. Sobrang low-key lang, pero he's still putting some pressure on most of the members right there. And we don't usually see a lot of Pantheon getting the highlights, right? But again,
Yeah.
Cookies, this man is so super, super
Yeah.
good. But again, this next game that we have, PNU
Uh-huh.
Sulo and PLM Haribons, this game,
Mhm.
whoever wins this puts a statement on the group, on Group A. They're the ones that are also on top. So if ever
Uh-huh.
whoever wins this, PNU Solo, remember they were the ones that are in the playoffs. PLM Haribons, they have just gotten back from the promotionals, and they're a
Mm.
very they came out of nowhere and now they are on a
Yeah.
2-0. So what will happen here? I'm really curious
Mhm.
on how PNU and PLM are gonna be fighting this out.
Yeah, but for me, it is going to be Haribons here having the momentum right now. Yeah, you just said it. They have just come out into the promotions here. So I think they're feeling good here. They don't have any losses right now. Of course, against Zulu. Again, this is a very strong team as well. So I think comfort picks will be banned kasi nakita naman natin in the previous matches that these teams are really researching, of course, their opponent right now. They are just
Yeah.
prio bans, of course. What are the comfort picks? And speak of which, look at